What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I am wrestling with myself. We got Summerslam 2016 this Sunday, the second biggest wrestling pay-per-view of the year. The card looks really good, despite the fact that Raw's kind of been unwatchable. The SummerSlam card in general looks very, very good. It should be a really good show. One of the best cards put together for SummerSlam in a long, long time. It's bright and early. I have coffee going on in the background, so if you guys hear coffee brewing, that's just me getting ready for the day. I'm going to go ahead and I have my list of matches here. I'm going to read them off and give you guys some quick predictions on Wrestling with Myself as to who will win and why. The first match we have is actually a 2-on-3 handicap match now. Initially, the match was going to be Eva Marie, Alexa Bliss, and Natalya against Naomi, Carmella, and Becky Lynch. Eva got popped for a wellness violation yesterday, got suspended for 30 days. Thankfully, it's not going to hurt her too much because she has the gimmick of not wrestling and putting off wrestling, so they can just use this to fuel the fire and be another reason why she doesn't wrestle. So this actually won't hurt her, but now it looks like it's going to be 2-on-3 unless they call somebody up or use another lady. So should be a good ladies match again. You get some good workers in there. It's good to see Carmella and Alexa Bliss getting a SummerSlam payday and getting their first big pay-per-view match, so to speak. Because the match is now 2-on-3, I'm going to go ahead and say the faces win. I'm going to go with the Becky Lynch, Carmella, Naomi team, unless something changes. But as of this listing, it's 2-on-3, so I'm going to go ahead and say Becky Lynch or Carmella gets the win for their team and continues their push. Should be okay. Then we have Cesaro versus Sheamus in the first of a best-of-7 series. These two guys have great chemistry. I don't want to see them fight 7 more times. They just fought on Raw twice back-to-back. Now they're going to fight 7 more times. I don't like oversaturating and doing this again, but these two do have great chemistry. Sheamus is not a bad wrestler when he has the right guy to go in there with. Cesaro, of course, is one of the best in the entire world. Their matches in the past are always very good, so this should be a good series of matches despite the fact that it's repetitive. So not looking forward to the matches, but I love Cesaro. I hope he gets the win here. I think Sheamus gets the win in this first match because if you're going to do a best-of-7, you want the face to chase. You want the good guy to be down and come back as the underdog and have that story of Cesaro chasing for the wins. So Sheamus, I think, gets the win here at SummerSlam, sad as that is. But should be a very good match. Then we have for the Intercontinental title, The Miz defends against Apollo Cruz. This one's a little harder to call. Cruz has been getting a push on SmackDown lately, but he's still very devoid of personality. As good as Cruz is in the ring, and he has the indie background, he's still missing personality. He's still the smiley, bland, kind of non-character guy on the show. Whereas Miz is the opposite. He's average in the ring, but he's very, very good on the mic, very good personality-wise. And for that reason, I think Miz continues his reign here. This one could be a toss-up, but I'm going to go with The Miz retaining and continuing this feud for a while. I think Apollo Crews does eventually get the IC belt or get some sort of big mid-card push. But for right now, I think Miz gets the win in what should be a solid match, but Cruz needs more character development. Then we have Enzo and Cass versus, Chris Jericho or Jericho, Y2J and Kevin Owens. This spot's too low on the card for Kevin Owens. He deserves better. I would have liked to have seen Kevin Owens against Lesnar, main event this SummerSlam personally, but what do I know? Overall, this should be a good match. Enzo and Cass, all 4 of these guys have great personalities. They're all solid in the ring, solid to very good in the ring. This should be a good match. Enzo and Cass are the regular team. They need the team win much more. This doesn't really hurt Jericho and Kevin Owens. They probably won't stay around as a team for too much longer. So Enzo and Cass need the big win here. They will get it. Should be a good match. Enzo and Cass win. Then we have, speaking of tag matches, for the tag team titles, we have the New Day defending against the Club. This one could go either way. New Day's had the belts for over a year. They're setting records. They've beaten pretty much everyone. There's really no one left to beat, especially on their brand right now, unless they do Enzo and Cass. This honestly, considering New Day's had the belts for so long and the Club has come out kind of hot since they've been drafted, I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm taking the Club. The Club wins the tag titles and upsets the New Day. That's kind of a bold prediction, I guess, but I think New Day's done all they can do as tag champs, and I think they're due for a split at some point in the next 6 months to a year. So I'm taking the Club here to become the new tag champs in what should be a good match. Then we have, for the Women's Championship, Sasha Banks defending against Charlotte. It's weird they gave Sasha the win on Raw for the title instead of getting the big SummerSlam moment. That was really a weird way to book things. This is actually a rematch from Raw instead of doing their first time title match on SummerSlam. I don't get it, but good to see Sasha win the belt. She deserves it. I love Sasha Banks. She's passionate. She's talented. Charlotte is a great heel. This should be just as good, if not better, than their Raw match. This could be a show stealer. I'm looking forward to this one a lot. But it makes no sense to give Charlotte the belt back after Sasha just won. So I'm going to say great match, possible show stealer, but Sasha Banks retains the title. Then we have, for the U.S. title, Rusev defends against Roman Reigns. Speaking of just seeing a match a few days ago that they gave away before the pay-per-view, I didn't watch Raw, but they gave this away as the main event of Raw in a non-title match, which Roman Reigns won. Makes absolutely zero sense. Why not save this for the pay-per-view and create some more build? Anyway, because Roman Reigns won non-title, I think Rusev retains the belt here. Whether it's nefariously via DQ or something, or whether Rusev actually gets the pin, Rusev has to retain here. There's no sense making him lose back-to-back. And Reigns with the belt right now wouldn't be any good for his popularity with the audience. So I think Rusev retains by hook or by crook here. Not sure how he's going to do it, but he's going to retain and keep the title, possibly for to go forward with the feud with Reigns. I'm glad they're putting Reigns in this spot and not being in a main event for the world title. I think he's much better suited for this. I think he and Rusev have awesome chemistry. This should be a very good match. Super underrated. This could be one of the best matches on the show. And Reigns is much better suited with the crowd here in the U.S. title picture in like a mid-card match as opposed to being a world championship match. So that's good. Then we have John Cena versus AJ Styles 2. Their first match 2 months ago was very, very good. They have great chemistry. It was a dream match. It delivered. This one should be even better. I hope there's no interference this time. There's no club to interfere with John Cena. So I really hope this one goes cleanly. And I hope that Styles wins. In the past, we've seen Kevin Owens and Rusev and guys like that get the first win on Styles and then or get the first win on Cena. And then Cena comes back and wins 10 times in a row against them and buries them. It happened with Wyatt, it happened with Rusev, happened with Kevin Owens. I don't think it happens here. Styles was drafted that high for a reason. They're high on him. He's delivered in promos. He's got the total package. He's one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world. I think the trend ends here. I think Styles beats Cena. Hopefully it's clean. Maybe it's not. But Styles beats Cena in an awesome match, and Styles gets the big push here. It's not going to hurt Cena, so why not push a new star? Why not make Styles a made man for life? Then we have, for the world title on SmackDown, Dean Ambrose defends against Dolph Ziggler. This has been the best built feud of all the feuds on SummerSlam. I've loved the promos. I've loved the reinvigorated push of Ziggler. He deserves it. He's brought it in promos. His matches are great. Ambrose has finally gotten to be on the mic more and do more stuff back and forth. I've loved this build. I love both guys. Despite Dean Ambrose's kind of lackluster performance on the Stone Cold podcast, people are saying that might get him in trouble. I don't think he's going to lose here. Ziggler just started getting pushed again after being a mid-carder for a year. I think Ambrose retains here, and hopefully what happens is Ziggler either after the match or this Tuesday on SmackDown, Ziggler snaps and turns heel. So Ambrose retains and keeps his world title push going, and Ziggler turns heel and becomes the number 1 or number 2 or number 3 heel on the brand and stays in the main event and solidifies himself as a top guy as a heel. So I'm looking forward to this match a lot. Then we have another match that I think probably is going to be the match of the night. I'm going to call this one match of the night, even though I'm not sure. For the Universal Championship for the first time, Seth Rollins and Finn Balor from Raw are going for the Raw Universal Championship. Great job deciding to push Balor here. Some big surprise making him win. And I'm really looking forward to seeing this as well. Two of the best workers, Rollins certainly, and Balor, this is a big push for him. Smart move. I think there's a lot of speculation. Is the club going to join Balor? You know, is something going to happen with a Balor heel turn, possibly a double turn? I don't think they're going that way here. I think Seth Rollins, by hook or by crook, gets the win. Balor hangs with him, gets a big push, winds up being an instant star, but I think Rollins wins the belt here. It's not going to hurt Balor if he has an awesome match and contends for the belt and gets close. I think you can establish both guys here, but I think Seth Rollins, being the more established guy, I think he gets the win here, in what should be the show stealer of the night, or of the weekend, possibly. Even though I think NXT is going to be the better show of it, too. And I did NXT predictions. You guys can check that video out on my channel, Styles Clash for Life. My last video I uploaded was the predictions for NXT, so go check those out too. And the main event finally of this show, the one match of the 11 that I'm not looking forward to. The one match of the 11 I think won't be that good. Randy Orton versus Brock Lesnar. I hope this doesn't main event. I hope the Raw World Title match main events, or even the SmackDown World Title match. Not looking forward to this. Lesnar just does a lot of suplexes and throws guys around. That's sort of his thing. Randy Orton's kind of boring. He hasn't been setting the world on fire since he came back. Not looking forward to this. It was the wrong choice. A win here would help Orton, but he doesn't need it. Orton's already established. You want to give the victory over Brock Lesnar to a younger guy, a guy like Kevin Owens or a Bray Wyatt or a Dolph Ziggler or Finn Balor. You want to give that win to someone who can be a made man for life off it. Orton's already made. And with Orton coming fresh back off injury last month, Lesnar beating him right away doesn't help him either. So this really doesn't help either guy. Neither guy needs a loss here, to be honest. They just kind of booked themselves into a weird corner. With that being said, I think Lesnar wins. There's no reason to have Orton beat him. Lesnar has the streak going. Let him keep it going. Brock Lesnar wins. Should be underwhelming, but they could surprise me. Orton's pretty good in violent matches and has a good character, so it should be decent. I'm just not looking too forward to it. So what do you guys think of my predictions? How am I going to do? I'm going for 11 for 11. What do you guys think? And what are you guys most looking forward to? What's going to steal the show and why? Who do you think will win? Tell me in the comments down below. Hope you guys enjoy NXT and SummerSlam and this entire weekend. There's Ring of Honor shows. There's Evolve shows. There's a UFC pay-per-view on Saturday night, McGregor versus Diaz 2. So it's a big sports weekend, big wrestling weekend. Enjoy it all, guys. And until the next opening bell, this has been Wrestling with myself, and I will see you all soon.